Hey yo guys, what's happening? It's your boy TJ back again with another reaction video. Yo, today I was watching this video right here from PointandShoot. I'm gonna have a link to his channel down in the description below. You can head over there, drop a like, drop a subscribe. It's that easy. And then if you like the art to the side, you could hit a like for me too. So yeah, he's talking about Adam22, right? He called him the 16, and he's talking about the cypher that Adam and his team just had and all about it. And I feel like this guy right here, he's the new house phone, and I'm gonna show you why right now.
So let's go ahead and take a look at this behind the scenes.
Oh, no, I didn't really need extra stuff.
Bro, they clowning.
Stop, what the hell? I can climb up. I'm trying to help you. You're trying to like, what's going on, buddy? What, I was trying to help you. Oh, damn, look, oh my God.
Oh no.
It's all done now. Well, guess what though?
Yo, what? Because they're supposed to have a whole cypher. They're supposed to... What is Adam22 doing, gang? Because this is supposed to be like a whole production thing, right? And my man's got to climb over the wall. After he climbs over the wall, he got dirt all over his hoodie, and he about to be in a music video shoot or whatever.
Here. But hey, listen though. Being dirty, rapping about them dirty niggas I'm talking about. That's how we do it, right? You know the funniest thing?
What the fuck is so funny? I mean, that was like a chuckle at best, at the very most. You hear the 16, it's not that funny.
But yeah, so this is one of the reasons why I say he's the next house phone, bro. Cause he be the butt of like all their jokes now. You know what I mean?
Okay, so the 16's fake as fuck. I mean, I don't know why he would be making fun of Jala for looking like a baby elephant being rescued. It's just so disrespectful to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just why? For what reason other than to just shit on him? You know what I mean? Like, it's like he doesn't think that he can write his own raps. He's laughing at the physical state of his being. It's almost like, why even have him on the cypher if you don't respect? I mean, this is like, this is bullying to me. You know, like, why are you bullying him? And so once they're able to secure Jala to the roof, they actually start to film the cypher, the video shoot. And this is where things take an unexpected turn. Well, I shouldn't say an unexpected turn, but it really was just fully unnecessary. And so let me just try to explain what's going on. So the 16 is always looking for a reason or an excuse to take his shirt off.
And then she just blocked me after. It's cool.
Why are you so hurt about it?
Holy shit.
Adam, what are you doing?
It's a little hot in here, don't you think? Think you ready to keep it hood stocks or what? What do you think?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Oh, about that. Why are they always taking their shirt off now? Like, I haven't watched Adam22 or No Jumper in a while, but like every time you see a clip or every time you see a video these days, somebody in there got their shirt off. It's like, bro, why?
Shit. Let's go.
Oh, see, I like you in a white beater too.
White beater,
Lush?
Yeah, he's
Pretty gangster, but I mean, the shirt off is pretty hard too. Look how much chest I have.
He got like an afro. He looks like Mikey.
I'm gonna let him see it from an angle.
He said, you know what it reminds me of? 40-year-old virgin.
BBL.
When he had to get his
I don't know if this is just like a sign of like crippling insecurity, but every time the 16 disrobes on camera, he immediately points out his chest hair. It's just so cringe. And if you look up at the top of the screen, this is actually very interesting. Lush has removed his hat and his shirt and is seen on camera with like completely in the natural state. This is
ridiculous. What are these grown men doing, bro?
Is Nicholas Hyams. This is not Lush. This is, I wouldn't even know who this, if I saw this guy walking around LA, I would think that he was a movie star for like a little person at a, you know, like a Vern Troyer stunt double. I would not think that this was Lush. So Lush, all he has to do to not get approached is just walk around like this. No one would know who he was. So I thought that was interesting. So the 16 is always trying to fucking take his shirt off. He wants other people to do it with him so that he can look better by comparison or some shit. I don't know. In his mind, he looks like Matthew McConaughey when he takes his shirt off. And so he didn't want to be the only one. And so the 16 of Nashville says, let's all take our shirts off and we'll have our nipples glistening in the sun. And that's exactly.
And here's this guy jumping his chest. Like, what are they doing, bro?
And so the 16 of Nashville says, let's all take our shirts off and we'll have our nipples glistening in the sun. And that's exactly what happened. And I couldn't tell you how shitty everyone looked. You're just going to have to see for yourselves. Look at this. And so they shot the scenes with their shirts off. They reviewed this on the monitor and saw themselves. And they said, yeah, let's put this out. Okay, I can't come up with a...
Right. These grown men hopping around like this. Looking like... Why would they do this?
The reason why they would do this. And so everyone was just topless as fuck, except for Jala. Okay, Jala did not take his anything off. In fact, he had a beanie on the whole time. The entire
Isn't
video
it
shoot, he
hot?
had the beanie on because he had to cover his mouth because it wouldn't sync up because he would always be doing this. He would always be stuttering. So he's physically not capable of doing a live performance.
Yo, that's true. That's why
With
I think they pre-recorded his verse, or they had somebody write it down and he was just lip syncing it. That's crazy.
synchronization, so he had to cover his mouth, which is incredibly funny. And he didn't take his shirt off. He probably thought that he was too robust. He was too rotund. And I thought my idea was, why not walk Jala out there in a Speedo, basically stark naked, with orange and black body paint in the made up to be like a basketball, and just have him be like a huge joke. That would have actually gone incredibly viral. I don't know why they didn't do that. And so getting back to my original point, everyone had their...
Like, look at this cover art right here, bro. Look at this. Look at this legendary footage right here. This is going down in the history of it all, bro. In 2004. This is like their background picture right here. Remember the Backstreet Boys? This is like the modern day version. Look at it. The epitome of it all. This is supposed to be their boss, and he's supposed to be a millionaire with multiple millions of dollars, and he got time to he got Trump on his jeans. All right, they're all without shirts except Jala. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Why would they do this?
Their shirts off. This actually made things worse. This made people click off. The 16 thought that he was going to be showcasing his sick new physique, when in fact he looks like Costanza. He has the same body as Costanza. In fact, Costanza actually has muscle. So it could be argued that Costanza has a better physique than the 16. Wild. I mean, look at the uncanny resemblance of these torsos. And speaking of torsos, Sharp was not in attendance. I was wondering the whole time, where's Sharp? Where's Crane Crush and Sharp Rob?
Good. I freestyle.
Will Sharp do it?
Sharp's gonna do it.
He should be here. He would be a huge draw. He could have accounted for at least 25,000 more views on the first day. And people online were speculating that Sharp Rob didn't show up for the cypher because he fears Dodson. And Dodson, of course, was there. Shirt was off. He looked absolutely hilariously bad. He's built like Milhouse Van Houten. That's not a joke. He like the shape of, if you silhouetted this would be Milhouse. So, that's whole other story is Dodson, because he's just not important. Okay. But something that I think is very important is this, something that I found that I thought was extremely,
here's why I think Sharp didn't come. I think Sharp wouldn't be about the whole a bunch of men rapping on stage, doing a cypher in the hot Cali sun, shirtless. I think all that put together, I don't think Sharp would have done that. I don't know. Or maybe ever since he got into, his own streaming, maybe he got his own thing going on. So I don't know. All right, bro. I mean, it's gonna be a short one, bro. I'm gonna check it out some more, but I'm not gonna lie. Point and Shoot, he has some like pretty dry humor for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's just skip forward.
Them, fuck you. $5 and said, all y'all look out of shape, especially Almighty and Suspect. Brick's the only one that looks fit. I saw somebody compare you to a Geo dude. I was fucking with that. You know what Geo dude is?
No.
Bro, did you just learn how to do this? Like, that's crazy. Every time he gets a chance, he does it.
Bars were funny. Whoever wrote them, fuck you. $5 and said, all y'all look out of shape, especially Almighty and Suspect. Brick's the only one that looks fit. I saw somebody compare you to a Geo dude. I was fucking with that. You know what Geo dude is?
No.
Wow, so someone in Super Chats, everyone looked bad with their shirts off. Everyone's bodies looked really, really terrible. And Adam just immediately changes the subject, starts talking about Pokemon. I mean, really, I've never seen someone so insecure in my fucking life. Insecure and delusional, that is. So the 16 he reviews the cypher himself, and this is what he has to say about his cypher.
Geo do this?
No,
you got a nice little pick move there. Okay, memorable or funny. Like, I honestly feel like almost every bar in mine is being like repeated. I'm getting DMs back to back to back of people just saying the things that I said in my verse over and over. Yeah. Meanwhile, I don't think I could name a single bar from theirs besides the realization that AD thinks that Canada is in America. He said, you flew across the country to see a Canadian. That's a direct quote. Cross.
All right, so I got to explain what's going on here. So the 16 is talking about Compton AD and T-Rel from Figmunity coming out with a response diss. They took a page out of Dot's book and did a immediate response that was prepared, and they released it strategically immediately after, in order to I don't even know what the fuck. So they put out this response diss, and it was a way better diss, I think. I mean, they basically just said the same thing they've been saying over and over again.
Because ADT was like the live of No Jumper when he was on it, bro. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like House Phone was a little weird, but their dynamic with No Jumper in the beginning and in the days when they were there, that's when No Jumper was like actually good to some degree. Their reviews were decent, their interviews were decent, the things they talked about, and it, like, for the black culture aspect of it, it wasn't like, oh, here's this one white guy. I quote it because, you know, the color of your skin doesn't really matter. It's all about where you grow up. But here's this guy giving his points, intakes, and reviews on a different culture, right? But he had two people on his left and right from that culture who could have helped review certain content, who could have helped direct conversation in certain ways, nudge his tone in certain ways, talk to him behind the scene in certain ways, right? To help, and that's probably what helped to create the No Jumper we knew in their period of time. But after what Adam did to House Phone, and when AD or ADT or whatever his full thing is, when he left, No Jumper it turned into what it is now, bro, where grown men dancing around on the roof, bro. Like, it just doesn't make sense anymore.
And for the past 2 years, but they did it in cypher form, and they were being very disrespectful, which I appreciate. I hate it when people pussyfoot around in a beef. So just say what you want to say, and that's exactly what they did. And so AD has this line where he says, he flew across the country just to groom a Canadian. And what AD is referring to is the fact that the 16 of Nashua bought plane tickets and flew across the country to meet his online teenage girlfriend to have a physical relationship. And a lot of people call this grooming, which I believe it was. And so that's really disturbing. And the 16 addresses this and calls this bar stupid because he says that Canada is not in this country. Well, let me explain. So AD never said he flew across the United States and stayed in the United States the entire time and groomed a Canadian. He just simply said he flew across the country just to groom. You know, bars and lines don't have to make literal sense. They just need to flow. So the 16 doesn't understand anything about this hip hop. No, and it's really kind of funny that he's addressing this.
That's my point. Like, he kind of like, he doesn't really, but when he had his left and right people being people from the hip hop scene, and he was just kind of like the face. I mean, yeah, he started interviewing people from his BMX, yada, yada, but it got to so high. And then when he got people from the culture on his team, and the Asian girl, I can't remember her name, but she was so small and she was mad chill. When she was there too, that's House Phone, her, and AD, when they were there, that was the best No Jumper ever was. After they left one by one, just kind of fell into what it is now, bro. It just sucks. Actually.
And like getting people to talk about this again, why not just ignore it? This obviously bothers him very much. And so in saying that, I believe that AD has taken down the W. So obviously pissed Adam off. He's talking about it. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he's in the United... I mean, if you fly...
Yes, you still literally have to fly across the country. If you're... No matter where you are in America, if you're going to take a plane to Canada, you have to fly across some part of the country. So AD did win, and his rhyme, his lyrics does make sense. And Adam22 is just like, I don't know, being petty as hell or just butthurt.
Fly from Nashua to Vancouver, you're flying across a country. It's on the other side of the country. It's on the other side of Canada and on the other side of the United States. It's very sort of petty for him to say, he thinks that Canada is in the United States, because he said very, very petty, very desperate as well. And he misquoted the bar too. He said, to see a Canadian. No, he said groom a Canadian. GROOM, groom.
He did say that.
We need to be accurate here. And so the 16 is truly pathetic for this. Yeah. And so now Brick Baby is going to sense the tension in around this subject. He knows that the 16 is terribly bothered by this. So he's going to come and save Daddy, and he's going to say, why the fuck was they talking about this? Because you bet the bitch when she was a little kid, you waited for her to turn 18, then you went and fucked the bitch.
Whoa.
On the dead obies, there's nothing wrong with it. So this is what you're about to see. Watch this. And Adam's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. He does not want, you can see it in the 16's face. People in the Discord brought this to my attention. I want to give a shout out to, who gave me this? Holy Drug Lord in our Discord server brought this to my attention. I have to agree. I think that the 16 did not want this to be a topic.
Oh, teen snipe, right? Like what? Like after all of this, you're going back to that?
Right, because that was already
That's
a
what
failed meme from the live stream that they did like a week or two ago. It's
But
like,
even the whole situation is like, bro, he fucked the bitch when she was 19. He found out she was young, said no. Fucked her when I don't know what age, but when she was grown. It didn't matter.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You're doubling back, and your brother got a weird case.
and T-Rell was on the private jet with Kylie Jenner when she was underage, which let's not even get into that.
Diverting the conversation away from the issue at hand. Very sneaky, very slimy. And I do want to say that meeting the person, the little girl or whatever you
And throwing someone else's name in there, like, let's go back. You can see it in his face for real. This right here.
You're doubling back, and your brother got a weird case.
And T-Rell was on the private jet with Kylie Jenner when she was underage, which let's not even get into that.
diverting the conversation away from the issue at hand. Very sneaky, very slimy. And I do want to say that meeting the person, the little girl or whatever you want to call them online and doing this online relationship weirdo shit, meeting strangers on the internet is quite different than doing what Tyga did, which I do not condone. I'm just saying it's just way more weird and way more cringy and gross to be like a TCAP situation versus someone who, I mean, Kylie's parents, the Kardashians are fucking weirdos. They allowed all of it. They signed off on it, okay?
Right.
So, I mean, is it bad? Yes. Is it gross? Yes. Is the 16 10 times worse? Yes. And so AD and T-Rell, in my opinion, have the 16 on his heels. He's taking this home. He's punching walls at the house. He's arguing with Lena probably. And this is all just thoughts. This is not a statement of fact. This whole video is bullshit. This whole video is a joke. It's all scripted comedy, okay? It's meant to be funny. None of it's true. I don't believe any of this, okay? Right? But I do want to play a clip of this Canadian SoundCloud rapper making fun of Adam's physique.
People feel when I talk about being fat, though. Because like, I'll talk about being fat, and then other people will be like, you're not that fat.
Are you
like,
ectomorph?
I don't know what that is.
It's
I'm
like
ecto cooler.
like narrow shoulders, like skinny, like weak, like weak looking. You know?
Ectomorph is actually somebody like packs on muscle. No.
No.
A person
It's hard to pack on muscle.
Yeah,
So I'm an endomorph.
So there's three.
I started fat. I'm trying to get rid.
Yeah. And
So the guest says, you like an ectomorph? And Adam goes, I don't know what that is. And he goes, you look like hilariously weak and narrow shoulders, wide hips, big old butt. And then Adam goes, actually an ectomorph is, now he's all of a sudden he's an expert on ectomorphs. Why would you say you didn't know? And then you're correcting him. Adam is deeply disturbed. He is the 16 of Nashua. So what do we got next? I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything. I mean, it was just an unremarkable cipher. They said that Jala had the best verse. They said that Almighty Dodson had the worst verse. They said that everyone thinks that the 16 got Lush to write his bars, which is true. I believe that is 100% true. And it was just a miserable failure, okay?
Yeah, we get where you're going, but I'm just laughing at him being like blatantly honest with him, straightforward to his face. Oh yeah, you're like an ectomorph. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. I guess it was a quick one, I don't know. I was just watching this and I was like, they seem to be dumping all their jokes on Jala, and he's like the class clown. Apart from Adam himself right now, of course. But yeah, if you like the video, drop a like, drop a subscribe. If you want to see more by Point&Shoot, if his humor is for you, I got a link to his channel in the description below. Alright everybody, I'm going to see you in the next one.